All right, guys, I just cut open a box from Ontario that's been sitting around here, I guess, about a month and a half. And, man, it took me like an hour to get everything out of it. First of all, the obligatory candy, to use Mr. Appleton's words. He's the one who sent this in. So we got some candy, and it looks like there's a couple of candy, breath mint kind of things here. I don't know if he's trying to hint, like, after dinner mints. I don't know. But anyway. He also says he buys stuff on eBay when he goes and buys it in bulk. And I kind of see that here. We have a couple of, these are all original, all in the original packing. A couple of brand new Sergeants. Maybe I can pick these guys open, or maybe even pin them and turn them into challenge locks at some point. We have 3 or 4, and you're going to see who he works for here in a minute. 3 or 4 brand new kick cylinders. Looks like we got looks like a Sergeant. Oh, there we go. Arrow. And looks like an Ilco, I don't know. 3 different keyways. Again, I can probably key these up and turn them, or pin them up, turn them into challenge locks. And you guys can now see who it works for. I got to be really nice to Mr. Appleton, just in case one of my annual trips up to Canada I end up in the wrong place. At least I'll have a friend, right? He also sent these little guys. We got 2 of these little Abus locks, 6225. He included a couple of guard locks. One is an inch and a quarter, and I think that's probably about 2 inches. So we got some things to play with there. And the last one, of course, is a challenge lock. This one is by Vinkhaus. So these are really good locks. They got really paracentric keyways, nice precision in manufacture. I'm sure he knows that, because when you take a look at his LockLab, you can see how extensive this. When he says, I buy stuff in bulk, he is not kidding. Look at that whole rack of keys. He's got his own key cutter. Here's another key cutter. This is a little Speedex with a different rack of keys. And we got a nice clock, were it not to say Master Lock on it. More of his collection, all properly marked, all laid out, well organized. I got to give it that. Again, we get into the bulk storage and the super bulk storage. These look like pinning kits down here. Wow. He really does buy in bulk. He could supply us all with challenge locks. And the last one, I guess that's a close-up. Oh, no. I was going to say close-up of his key machine. This is a tubular key cutter. Isn't that cool? Anyway, very extensive collection, and the least I can do, see what I can do with this guy. Let me go ahead and clamp this guy up and have a couple of these breath mints. See if I can make this happen. All right, guys, I want to give you a look at this evil keyway on this Vinkhaus. These are really some of my favorite locks. Ideally, I want to pick from the bottom, and even with a 10,000th pick like this one, I can't get past that little piece of warding right there. So picking from the bottom with a very thin pick with Vinkhaus, not going to happen. Instead, I'll probably have to use, this is a 13,000. I'll probably have to pick from this side and wedge him, use force on him to get him to go around that corner if we got any high cut. And this being a challenge lock from Mr. Appleton, I'm sure that may not even be the right one. Try to guess. Try this guy. Nice thin tip. He'll bend a little easier around that corner. If I have a chance, this is probably my best chance. Tensioning is also going to be a challenge with these guys because it has that little curly and very narrow keyway. This is a good time to have a collection of these guys. Thin tensioner. This one is the SP11, which I believe is 0.6 millimeters. Very thin, and he does seem to fit in there okay. So I'll try to pick this guy, I guess, counterclockwise. Oh, all the way in, around the corner. Come on. Counterclockwise, and see what we got. No feedback, that I can tell you. Got a little click there on about like pin 2. All right, let's try one thing. Let's try to do some raking first, if I can get him in there. Probably not. Now I'm hitting pin 2, the one I picked, and he's set, but he's set low. No, that's not working. I think that's counter rotation. I'm not really sure. I'm going to release tension. Okay, I got a little click on him. And we had a little false set. Looks like we lost it. Okay, that is not working so well. Let's try something a little bit thicker. This one is from Sparrows. There we go. I felt something click when I pushed him in. So apparently we have a low cut that I think I probably got by luck. Now he's stuck. Get in there. That was pin 4, a little click, but now he, obviously being thick, he's not going around that corner. I'm forced to use a very thin pick. And since I have to bend him around the corner, I'm probably forced to break a pick at some point. Get in there. We got a very low cut one right in the front, I can tell you that. So when that happens, I'm having trouble getting around. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick it clockwise, hear everything fall. Pick it clockwise. Maybe it'll bind in a different binding order with something in the back first rather than something in the front. I'm going to try to just rake it before something seizes up on me. Let's use the rake bill. So maybe it'll bind up in the back first and give me the front without any binders to work in. And I got nothing. Yeah. Okay, it turned and my tensioner's falling. I'm going to hold it with my pick and reposition him. There's got to be a super high cut one in there. How do I get him? I'm going to take this guy and try to... He won't even fit in. Not even in the bottom. Get in, get in. Get in there. Nope, he's not going. All right. These are 10,000th picks. A little more flexible, but a lot more delicate. Because they're 10,000th, the shaft height is a little higher, so I don't know if it's even going to go, it doesn't even go around the corner. All right. In that case, keep moving, keep moving. Try this guy. It's from the, it's an SS Dev. It is the V07 from Multipick, and it's 0.4 millimeters, which is 15 thousandths. I don't think he's going high enough. All right, keep moving, keep moving. Same set. This is the PN07. Also, I believe, no, this one is 25 thousandths. Let's see if I can even get him in there, but he's got a little more hook on him. to help me find, but nice thin shaft profile. Yeah, he's grabbing. It's too thick. Keep moving, keep moving. Okay. Already used him. That's 15,000. So I got this is the V06 from Multi-Pick, also 15,000. So a little more hook on him. And there we go. Pin number one. Pin number one was last. I bet he's a T-pin. Let's find out. And look at the mess of picks it took in order to get this bad boy open. All right, we do have a key. Right here, we have a pair of keys, in fact. And rule number one, everybody goes home. Nobody got hurt. All right, let's see what we got. I'm going to go ahead and lock him up. Got a Phillips. See what a corrections officer can come up with. What could he find in a jail to put inside of a lock? I mean, I'm sure bits of teeth, things like that, laying around everywhere. At least all the jails I've ever been in. All right, I'm not going to cut this on my tray. You guys freak out enough. Come on. Beautiful bitting. Look at the little side pins, but those were clearly passive pins. Thank goodness. Not bad. All that low cut stuff in the front. And then we had a very high cut one, it looks like right there in the front. That was the one I had trouble with. See how this works? Wow. Get in there. There we go. Okay, works perfectly. Let me see if I can pull that key out without. Oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to turn it like that. Grab my follower. And see what we got here. Shim, Bill, shim. Not with a Vinkhaus. I don't think it's going to work, guys. They are just, I think they're too tight. He says as it slides in there practically effortlessly. Come on, get in there. It's getting caught right around pin 3. I'm going to slide it off to the side and try to knife it in there like that. Nope, that's not working too good. Really tight right there. Come on. Okay, let's lock it back. See if it'll slide in like that. See if the key will line everything up a little more perfectly so I can get this shim in there. Nope, it's even tighter. All right, let's try it again. It goes in for about the first 2 pins and then... All right, I gave it a shot. See what happens. If there's a little sign there saying gutting disaster in a minute, you know it went wrong. Are you ready for this? Come on. He is not coming out. I wonder why. I don't think that's definitely not the one. Huh. It comes out like that, but I'm afraid to pull him out like that. He does not come out when the key is sideways. All right, we can do this. We can do this. It's not going to be pretty. I'm going to try to slide the shim in as far as I can get it. Come on. The shim is going to bridge that. And then I'm going to use my finger to push everything through. Nope. 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 He won't go. Something about that pin right there. Get in there. Nope. He's not going. With the shim in there, there's just not enough room. All right, here's a backup plan. Get that key out of there. Wow. Okay, I am going to take the top off. Screwdriver. I'll use my probe. Put my finger here to keep everything from flying out. There we go. That's going to work. All right, we got a lot of different springs here, different manufacturers. Let's go ahead and pull the springs out first to get those bad boys lined up. All right. Emergency over. Hopefully. All right, number 5. This explains why we were having some trouble. Double spring. 4, also a double spring. That's why we're having so much trouble getting that key in. The 3 is also a double spring. It looks like 2 is as well. Yep, double spring. And I'm betting this guy, yep, he's also a double spring. All right, now that we've done that, let's see if it's a little more cooperative. Without all that spring tension. Still hitting number 3. Still not coming out like that. All right, enough of this. Let's get that key back out. Number 3 is a spool. Very deep commercial spool. All right, let's start on 1 then. 1 is a T-pin. So that explains why he was giving me trouble there at the very end. Okay, the key pin came out on that one too. Let's try number 1, get a key pin. Ah! Yes. All right, there's all the crap that came out of that one. Hey, number 5 didn't fall out. We can salvage that one. I'm guessing these ball bearings had something to do with not wanting to come out when he was oriented the other way. These are also the passive side pins. They may or may not fall out. There we go. There they all are. All right, we can figure out. Man, I hate it when this happens. I really hate it when I screw the pooch on these locks. We had number 1. We knew he was right. So let's put him in there. We had number 2. I think he fell out correctly. Let's put the key in. All right, so number 1's clearly not right. Try 6. There he is. He's 6. What's this guy? Okay, we'll call that 5. I'm sorry, 4. All right, we're missing 1. And there he is right there. First pin is steel. All right, I can at least get these guys in the right order. So let's salvage that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No modifications to the core. All right, these guys were all side pins. He's also a side pin. Here's a side pin. Okay, I don't know. This is not a side pin. He's a T-pin. Okay, we know number 1 was correct. We know number 3 is correct. We know all the key pins are correct. We know all the springs are correct. So the ones in question are number 2 and number 4 here. These 2 T-pins, it's pure guess, guys. Anyway, there's what we're looking at. Mr. Appleton, I am so sorry. You'd be so freaking clumsy. I don't know. I'm just a goob. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your time. Stay safe, stay legal, stay away from Rink House. And I'm going to go gorge on these bad boys. What else can I do, man? At least I'm not going to that place. Thanks, guys.
LockLab, where the fun